Hello, Clement29 here with another Topic of the Week video. This week I have another Star Wars topic. And also, it's another The Force Awakens topic. I just really felt like talking about this one. This one was submitted by Dominic528, and they asked, do you think Kylo Ren can be redeemed? Now, this question can have one of two interpretations. One, can Kylo Ren be redeemed as a character in terms of writing? Can the screw-ups from The Force Awakens be corrected in future movies? Or, can Kylo Ren as a person be redeemed? From an in-universe perspective, is he redeemable? I asked for clarification for this, and it is in fact the latter that the topic asker wants to know about. And that is what I'll be answering. I will have to talk a little bit about both, but I will be disregarding, my feelings of the writing of The Force Awakens to talk about Kylo Ren as a character. What we see is what we get. Taking a Watsonian perspective rather than a Doyleist perspective. Not using Kylo Ren as poorly written, but talking about what Kylo Ren does, how he is in The Force Awakens. And do I think he can be redeemed as a person, like Darth Vader was? So let's get started on this. Now, it's important to note, of course, the comparisons to Darth Vader are going to be inevitable. That's, honestly, was entirely on purpose. Kylo Ren's literally a Vader fanboy. But there's something very specific about Kylo Ren's character that is done very much in the opposite way of Darth Vader. A New Hope never tried to introduce any doubt that Darth Vader was evil. He's bad. He's a big mumble-jumble bad guy. He'll kill you. He's evil. Kylo Ren, on the other hand, is very much introduced from the offset as someone who wants to be bad but is struggling with good inside of him. Basically, this is what we saw with Vader in Return of the Jedi. That, we saw that he has a great struggle within him. The difference being is that Vader denied it straight up and had to have Luke tell him over and over, I sense good in you, I know there's good in you, there's still good left in Anakin Skywalker. And in this, Kylo Ren is saying, I'm struggling with the light side, I'm struggling with the light side. So he's straight up saying, I'm struggling with the light side, I feel the pull of the light side of the Force. And he still does evil. He's been entrenched in the dark side for... I don't remember the timeline for The Force Awakens. I remember my timeline for my AU, because I wrote out a detailed timeline for that, but I think it's 15 years? 15 years. Let's go with 15 years. Anakin had been embroiled in the dark side for 20 before, or 19 specifically, before A New Hope. They both did a lot of things. They both are evil. But for him to go on about feeling the pull of the light side, he obviously knows about stuff. And he still does all this evil stuff. He's like, I feel the pull of the light side. And he's like, so I'm just going to go kill people now. Great. Good job. One of the reasons... I just want to say this right now, though. I really want to say no. I really don't feel like... I honestly don't really want Kylo Ren to be redeemed. In all honesty. I really don't think he can. Vader denied it, and it was Luke who pulled him out of that. Kylo Ren... Really, the one thing is that he killed Han. His dad. That's still painful to say. Han went up to him, said, "You can come with me, everything will be fine." And then he kills him, and he just kills him, and then he's just like, well, sucks to be you. Like, he has this struggle, and he's just like, well, okay, gotta kill you. Oh, wow. That sucks. I mean, for a guy who is struggling with the light side of Force, even Darth Vader showed more mercy than that. Once he found out Luke was... Once he really found out about Luke, sure, he cut his hand off, but... I mean, he still spared him. He wasn't planning on killing Luke. Anakin just has a really, really hard time with trying to do bonding moments. "Luke, I just cut off your hand. Join me and we will overthrow the Emperor. Padme, join me. I just killed a bunch of people. We can overthrow the Emperor. No. No. I'm going to choke you." Yeah, Anakin, chill. Kylo Ren, again, this comes off, I think, was more a fault of the writing than the character himself. But he did what he did. And I'm not here to criticize the writing. I'm here to criticize him as a character, criticize him as a person. What really pisses me off is that he reminds me of the people that come and ask you for help, and you can see they're legitimately asking you for help, and you do your best to help them. You do stuff with them. You try to give them advice, and then they crap on everything you've done and go, "Well, I don't care anymore," and then they just kind of wreck all the stuff you had done for them, just because they don't care. And I'm not gonna lie, that pisses me off. You don't go to someone and ask for help and then you stab them in the back. It's just, and he just comes off as a petulant child. And yes, the guy's obviously got some mental issues, and the guy's downright unstable. The guy's been messed with for a long time. But it's easier to understand why Anakin is like that than it is to understand why Kylo is like that. Anakin grew up he was a slave. He only had his mother. He was taken as a 9-year-old boy and brought into the Jedi Order. Raised by people who cared, but people who did not treat him as a child. They treated him like a student. They treated him like he had to obey and he had to conform to their rules. They didn't give him any kind of consideration. They didn't give him any kind of, okay, yeah, you get to visit your mom. You get to visit your mom like once a year or something. They didn't give him anything like that. No, literally, you cut off all personal ties. And, they discussed it in episode 1. He's too old, but you still brought him in, but they didn't give him any concessions. And you have Obi-Wan loved him. He loved Anakin. But like he said in episode 3, he treated him like a brother, and when he probably should have been treating him like a son. Hell, Anakin even says, "You're the closest thing I have to a father." So he never really got that proper love. And also, he had Palpatine for over 10 years whispering, manipulations and planting all these evil seeds in his mind. He didn't have the strong family dynamic. And then he had Palpatine going out of his way to, destroy the few he did have. Kylo Ren, on the other hand, he had a loving family. And he still turned his back on all of them. Why? Well, to be honest, we actually really don't have a lot of context for that, so I can't really say anything. Other than, I know we had a loving family, unless, we're going to be saying that Han and Leia were absolutely awful people, which I refuse to accept. I refuse to accept that. That could even be a possibility. But he had a loving family. He had friends. I suppose he had friends. Other Jedi. Luke, obviously, unless they're going to say that Luke literally kept every single rule, which from context that I get and from anything that's entirely logical, especially going from his character from Return of the Jedi and everything that he learned, he would not repeat the exact mistakes of the previous Jedi Order. That's kind of why they got in the mess with Darth Vader. But his turn to evil felt more petty than Anakin. I mean, after losing his mother, Anakin feared the loss of Padme, so he ended up being easy prey for, Palpatine to screw with. And Kylo Ren, I mean, we know Snoke did something. We know that he'd been manipulating him. I kind of want to know more context behind this, because they throw Kylo Ren at us, and it's like we don't have enough of his character in order to make any real deep analysis of it. What we do have, though, I can't really want a redemption story. If he was handled differently, if he showed mercy more, like maybe showed mercy to people he knew, just anything I think that would have gone a long way in making me a lot more root for a redemption story for him. But as from what I've seen in The Force Awakens, if it comes to episode 8 and episode 9, I don't really want a redemption. Honestly, I just kind of want him to die. Like, I really don't care for him as a character, which is really sad, because I was actually really excited for Kylo Ren. I really wanted the Vader fanboy. But killing Han is just, after he dropped all defenses, he extended an olive branch, and he just cut him down because, I guess, heard her, I'm evil. And at that point, it's like you crossed the line. You've done bad stuff. When you're given a chance, you say you want the chance. You're given that chance, and you completely screw everyone over. I mean, you know what? It's like, yeah, screw you. No, I don't think Kylo Ren can be redeemed. Is he probably going to? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the writers are going to do with his character for episode 8 and episode 9. But he's just, when I think of Kylo Ren, I just get kind of pissed off, because it's like, you're such an a-hole. But it's so bad, because he goes on about he feels the pull of the light side, but I didn't really get that. I felt like there was a little bit of confusion, but then nothing as strong as what he was trying to lead people to believe. And I would actually think that was straight up manipulation if he hadn't been saying that in private. And I think that he's trying to say he's feeling it, but it doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't really feel like he's genuinely feeling a tug at the light side. I didn't really see that, because, I mean, on the bridge scene, he didn't look like he was worried. He was kind of like, should I go to the light side? No, I'm just going to kill my dad. Yeah. I have a hard time sympathizing with him. I can sympathize with Vader in Return of the Jedi, especially when you see just how completely defeated he is, and how like dramatic and in control he was before. When it comes to Luke, challenging the Emperor, like, he just feels so defeated. It's only when he sees Luke being tortured by the Emperor that he mans up and goes, "No, you're not hurting my son," and then throws the Emperor down the tube, the ravine of whatever, in his energy core, in his throne room. I don't know. Palpatine was weird. He wanted 2 Death Stars. Palpatine was kind of an idiot. But yeah, ultimately, I think that's what it boils down to. Is that he tries to say he's feeling the tug of the light side. He feels this complication, but acts like he doesn't really. Vader, by comparison, denied it and basically was so entrenched in the dark side that he felt like there's nothing that can save me. I'm bad and I'll never be good. And that's okay. And that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me, Darth Vader. But yeah. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. I just don't feel that genuine... I don't feel like there's a genuine conflict within him. I feel like he thinks there's a conflict, but he doesn't really feel a conflict because he seems pretty set on the dark side. Despite saying he isn't. And I think that's really all I have to say about this topic. I don't think I talked too long about it. I don't really have a whole lot of sympathies for Kylo Ren. I really don't feel sorry for him. Honestly, if in episode 8 they killed him off within the first 5 minutes, I just shrug and go, alright. I think his character was meant to come across as more sympathetic, but I think he should have, spared someone's life. Which is, I mean, I think that would have been the best, way to approach that. If you really want to have him be sympathetic, have him show, not just have him say, "I feel sympathetic." Okay, I'm getting into my AU, which I might just end up making a post about that, another video. I did make a post on Tumblr, which anyway, I don't think I ever posted on my Phasma video, but anyway, that's off topic. But yeah, that's about it for today. If you want to submit a topic, just if you're on YouTube, comment below with what you want me to talk about, or if you're on Tumblr, send me an ask and put topic : and then whatever topic you want me to talk about. Just make sure that it's something fictional and you actually give me a topic that's specific. It's not just, oh, what do you think about Y, or why do you like X? Just, it's a thing like this, like, can Kylo Ren be redeemed? Like, something specific that I can talk about. But, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.